Righty-o. Let's do this shit. Oh, what's up, man? Can you hear me?
There we go. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. How are you? How's your day been?
Perfect. I'm not bad, thank you. I'm just trying to get this camera on. There we go. How is that?
All good, man. Easy.
Perfect. There we go.
Yeah, still mad. Can't believe you're like it's here and down the road. Mad.
Yeah, I could probably drive 20 minutes. I'll be at your house.
Yeah, fucking know. Do you know where Cardinham is?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I am. I'm
Oh, fair
Sticks,
enough.
just off the Glen Valley there.
Yeah, I'm
But
literally
yeah.
just outside of Lisco. Do you know St. Clair?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I live in there.
Oh, nice, bro. Awesome. Well, I guess you've had your day off. How was it?
Yeah. Oh, it's great. Absolutely amazing.
So did you manage to get everything you needed to get done?
Yeah, just about the only thing I got left to do is pick up my brother in like an hour and a half.
Yeah, easy. Well, I won't hold you for too long, man.
That's all right.
As long as you've got the time for the call, jump straight into it.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, all right. Well, first off, I guess what really made you want to book the call?
I saw a post on Instagram about it, and it was someone that had started FIFO work in Australia, which is what I'm looking at doing next year. And he
Hmm.
just he wasn't enjoying the full time, all that doesn't, work his ass off all the time type of thing. And I just thought like I've been working as hard as I could for the past year or so now. I understand like where it's coming from.
Hmm.
It's you work as much as you can, but you never really get that much out of it, especially around Cornwall. Like there's not many that jobs going, and they're all minimum wage. So it's
Hmm.
like you just live in really. There's nothing more to it.
Hmm.
You just live for the money, and you get home and you're restarting the day straight away anyway. So it's just the same thing all the time.
Hmm.
Be
Yeah.
nice to have a bit of free time in my life, to be fair.
I mean, you're working 6, 7 days a week and you're flat out and not really doing the things you want to do, then like, where's that
Yeah,
actually getting you?
not very far.
And this was Ethan you were speaking to, right?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah, he's like I actually started pretty much the same time as me. I think maybe like a month before. So he's 4, 5 months into his journey.
yeah.
And yeah, literally just some normal ass guy. I mean, he was like, I remember him putting his first videos up. He's like, not seeing any results yet, not seeing any results. Now he's pumping out the content and he's actually like replaced his FIFA income.
Yeah.
And so, did you start seeing his content because you've been interested in FIFA? Were you saying?
Yeah,
Hmm. So,
and it
are
just
you
ended up
making
popping
plans to
up.
go Australia?
Yeah, so I'm thinking of leaving February next year. I've actually, when I was waiting, I've got flights up at the moment from London to Sydney. Just trying to find the cheap flights. They're also expensive.
Yeah, about
Um,
800 quid, eh?
yeah, yeah. This one's nearly 900, and it was the cheapest one on that day.
Yeah, he's. I left
Yeah.
this time last year. I left Cornwall to go to Australia to do all that. Like actually go over there, try and earn some more money, travel, explore. Ended up doing FIFO. Fucking got injured on site, and then I've been off
Ah,
since.
what
But
happened?
my foot got fucking crushed. Like I was moving a timber, and a machine driver
Yeah.
fucking come up and dropped like a quarter of a ton steel stud
Ooh,
on the timber whilst I was putting it down. Fucking bang,
I bet
bent my back.
that.
Well, it was like it was just a bang. Like it was it was painful, but yeah, it was just fucking one quick bang and then 2 hour
Changes
drive to
everything
hospital.
instantly. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I knew what I wanted to do though because I'd already spoken to a chap from ABC back in April, May. So I'd already sort of had my fingers in the pie. I was like, okay, I know what I got to do now. I've got all this time.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, just from my own experience with FIFO, like great opportunity. Really depends what sort of avenue you want to go down, whether it be
Yeah.
mining or whatever. Good opportunity, good money. But like you were saying with Ethan, it's just not really a sort of a long-term thing, and you kind of feel like you're not really getting anywhere.
Yeah.
There's, at the moment, I know you're working 6, 7 days a week, a lot, but do you think that working like 2, 3 weeks on and having a week off is gonna like help with that situation?
I think it would have bit, but then again, I'm like, I'm halfway across the world. Like, I wouldn't have anybody that I'd have here.
Mm,
So like that's like the main reason I wanted to go Australia was because of the FIFO and to try do a couple years, earn some money, get a good savings up, and then maybe come home.
mm. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you've got a bit of a plan as to like kind of what you want to do. Want to
Yeah,
like move away and actually like earn some good money, set yourself up.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. And you've been like actively looking into FIFO. Have you like got anything lined up or?
Not really. Most of the places I'm looking at, they wait for you to get to Australia to say anything. I've emailed quite a few companies that, don't mind it if you're emailing them months before you come, but most of them are waiting for you to be in Australia. So I was just going to go over there, find a job just to get along and pay the rent, and then look more into getting into FIFO.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. It's kind of just putting the feelers out there for now, and then when you get there, start making things happen.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay. What's your like background? Do you have any like construction background, or you just going get
So
from butcher into that?
I've done a few jobs. So my main job that I've had for 4 years is a go-kart track.
Oh,
So
sick.
I basically teach all the new people that come to work there everything that I've learned.
Adrenaline
Um,
quarry?
yeah, that's
Yeah,
the one.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
the one. Over the summer, I was joint manager with two other people, so that was quite good. But ended up not getting the job because of someone that was a tad more experienced than me. He ended up getting it.
Oh,
Then I
damn.
went to the butchers for a little bit just because I needed a bit more money. I've
Mm,
worked on site for being I've been not really been a brickie myself, but I've worked for brickies. So my older brother's a brickie.
mm,
So I'll go out with him. I work on site with him and his partner a lot of the time when I have free time. And then, like now, I'm going to be working with my dad on and off as much as possible because he works in construction. So I'll be,
mm.
making floors, stuff
Yeah.
like that for the next while just to get along.
Mm. Yeah, fair play, man. So you've got a little bit of like experience beforehand, so this probably help you actually get into FIFO.
Yeah,
Mm. Oh, that seems like a pretty decent plan, not gonna lie.
yeah.
Like
I've got
similar
I
to a
got
lot of
good like
people.
teamwork from obviously the adrenaline. Because being in construction, you don't get much from that except saying you've been in construction. And then I've been a coach for like a year now, but I've started stopping that because I've been working so much. So someone else has taken over my students, um,
Mm.
just because it's got a bit much really.
What's that coaching?
So I've done karate for the past like 12, 13 years of my life.
Nice.
So after it was last year, one of the main sensei of our dojo moved to Liscard doing some classes, and then he ended up dropping out of that. So I took it. I probably gained about 20, 30 students over the year, which for someone that's never done it before, it was quite good.
Yeah.
So I do it in Salt Ash on a Monday, which is where I'm getting my little brother from later. And then on
Mm.
a Thursday, it's in Liscard, but someone else is teaching that now because I just couldn't fit it in with going to work every day somewhere else.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. It's stretched for time, like trying to squeeze that in on top of
Yeah.
everything else.
Yeah, I don't get to
Yeah.
train anymore either, which is a bit annoying.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had to stop doing my competitions and everything because of it. Because I just didn't have time. I was too tired. Stuff like that. It just didn't work.
Mm. I mean, for something that you've done for 12, 13 years, like, I mean, how does that kind of make you feel not having actually time to go there?
Not great because like they are a family to me. All the people that I've I mean, I've known them most of my life, and they've been there through like everything that I've ever been through. To just, I haven't seen them in 2 months now,
Oh,
any of
fuck.
them, and it's like I want to go back. Sometimes I'll pop back in, but by the time it's finished, I should already be in bed waiting for work the next morning. So
Mm.
it did get a bit much. Now I've quit the butchers, I might be able to a little bit more, but then working with my dad, hours can change at any point. So it's just gonna have
Yeah.
to be see how it goes, really.
Have to stay and do a bit of overtime to get the job done.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like
Yeah, that's construction for you. You
that.
never get.
No,
Well, you might get an early finish if you're a brickie and it rains or some shit, but
not
more
when you're
often than
doing
not.
dad's job. We're inside, so we got to keep going till the job's done.
Oh, damn, damn.
Yeah, not
So yeah,
great.
I guess you've got a bit more time at the moment. Like, you've quit butchering.
Yeah, so
So are
this
you?
week I've got 2 days off, which is it's quite nice. Next week, I'm not 100% sure on just yet.
Hmm. I mean, the hours that you're doing or were doing at the butchers, are you gonna just do exactly the same hours with your dad, or is it gonna be less?
It depends on the job really. So if it's a massive job, I could end up doing a really long day. I won't be
Mm.
starting anywhere near as early. I have to be out by like 5. It'll be, most of the time we'll be leaving the house like 7 to 8, which is quite good. Um, but it could be like a, 9, 10 hour day, or it could end up being a 3 hour day. It just depends on how big the job is and if it all goes perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's kind of unpredictable at the moment.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
most definitely.
Do you reckon you'll get much time to like put a bit towards karate and the things that you actually enjoy that you're missing out on at the moment?
I reckon we'll be able to make it work because, he's supported me throughout the whole of my career doing karate, and he wants me to go back and fight and everything like that. I've got some
Yeah.
big achievements behind my back. I want to keep them. So I
Nice,
reckon
man.
he'll help me make it work, type of thing.
Mm. Mm. So yeah, like you've obviously come to the realization that you're stretched for time and you obviously
Yeah.
want to do something about it. Um, it was Ethan that kind of sparked an interest about the FIFO work. But I mean, this call's about like sales and marketing. So what are your sort of plans for not doing FIFO and maybe doing this instead?
Well, I don't know much on it. I've watched the workshop videos and stuff. There's been a
Mm,
lot about it, but it was more see how this call goes, and I a lot better understanding stuff when I'm talking to someone about it.
for sure,
Just
yeah.
it makes it work much better in my mind. And then if it's something that I think I could do and I'd like to give it a go, then I'll definitely push through with it, even if it means taking less days of work and
Mm,
having more free time to give that a go and see how it goes, then that would be the case.
mm. Yeah, okay. And this is just something that you're completely sort of fresh to, or like
Yeah,
jumping in the online space.
yeah.
Yeah. Have you sort of dabbled into anything before, like any drop shipping or?
I thought I'd give it a go, and then I knew a couple of people that had lost a lot of money on it, and I didn't have the money at the time to do something like that. I didn't want to do it without talking to someone that had actually been successful in doing something like that. And you try the different Instagram accounts and say, "Oh, message me and we'll help you through it." And they never really done anything. They'd send you a link where you had to, I don't know, pay £50 a month for coaching, and that's not something that I was able to do at the time. So I just
Hmm.
never got into it.
With drop shipping as well, it's like very saturated. There's a lot of people trying to sell you courses, trying to teach you this, teach you that. And what value you're actually getting before, well, you don't know until you
Yeah,
try it. So it's
you could
like
either
if
win big or lose lots.
that's it, and there's a lot of moving parts to it as well. Like you got shipping, you've got like all the overheads you've got to deal with, and it's
Yeah,
complicated getting into it. Did you sort of do any like research on like YouTube or?
I did a little bit back then, but that was what 2 years ago. The drop shipping got really big.
Mm,
I was still in college at that point, trying to get through all my courses and stuff like that. So it wasn't really a main priority for me. I wish I did, because maybe if I had got into it, it would have helped me out quite a bit. But I'm also not annoyed with myself that I didn't, because I know the people that it has got bad for have lost out on quite a lot of money.
mm.
So it's something that I could have done and maybe I should have, but I don't reckon it was that big of a priority in my life at that point.
Yeah, well, fair enough. I mean, you can't always focus on everything at once. You
Yeah,
sort of focus on one thing at a time. I guess for you, it would be like focusing on getting to Australia and
yeah,
actually like setting yourself up over there. And that's what's that, three months from now? Or two, yeah, two,
yeah.
3 months. Yeah.
2, 3 months.
Mm. So during the next 2, 3 months, then you're going to be working for your dad. I mean,
Yeah.
what are your plans? Is this something that you wanted to start learning like sooner rather than later, or maybe when you're in Australia?
If it's possible to do it in Australia, that'd be great because I mean, I reckon I'll have like a lot of free time. It's not like I'm going to be out visiting family all the time down here and stuff like that. So I'll have a lot of free time to get into something like that, and I reckon it'll be something that takes my mind off going out there on my own. Because a lot of people I know have gone out with friends, but I'm just going to go for it on my own. I don't want the stress of having to worry about someone else. So I'm just gonna go for it and see what happens, see where it gets me.
You and me both, man. I just went over there on my own, bought a van within like a week, and then just see what happens.
Yeah, it's the way to go. No point in relying on other people. That's something I've learned. I don't rely on people anymore. It's just easier
Hmm.
to get things done yourself and see what happens in that time.
Yeah. That's it. How old are you, man? You're probably the same age as me.
18.
I'm 22, so we're like similar age, figuring out where the fuck to go in life,
Yeah.
realizing a few things.
Yeah. Yeah, just about.
Mm. I guess with the like if you were in Australia learning this, it is mostly Australians. Australia and New
Right.
Zealand is our sort of main two countries, and then America, Canada, UK, all over the shop. But in Australia, like you were saying, it's going to be good being on your own there because you can focus. You're eliminating
Yeah.
distractions. For me, that was a big thing, is not having all the distractions like I do at home. Because then you can actually focus and you can do the work and you've got something to work towards.
Yeah.
So when you are in Australia, then let's say you're working FIFO, you're doing like 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, or whatever. Would you plan on obviously working FIFO, but also learning the skills to get out of FIFO?
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, I
okay.
reckon that would be the way I'd try go through.
Mm. So it's definitely like a sensible option. It's more so a transitional thing. I mean, unless you've got, I don't know, 3, 6 months where you can just take off work and go all in, then yeah. But realistically speaking, still got to pay the bills, still got to learn,
Yeah.
build up towards it, and then we can leave.
Yeah.
But what's the sort of the aim here? I know you're short of time at the moment, and you want to focus on like karate and have more time to do things. But what's the goal here? I mean, where would you even want to take these skills?
I would want to be a bit. I'd be want to be financially well off while still being able to work. I don't want to be earning enough money. Well, I don't mind earning enough money, to not work. But even if I did, I'd still like to work. I don't want to get rid of stability in my life. I like having work to know what I'm doing and not go off the rails type of thing with spending money.
Hmm.
When I was a bit younger, I was still earning good money, but I just spend it all, and it was all gone. I wasted savings, and then got old enough to buy a car, had no money for that, and I realized that actually having money is great, but you got to be able to use it properly. So I want to be able to earn good money while still have a job that I enjoy. So like
Yeah.
working at the go-kart track is not a long time job. Like by the time I'm max 20, it's somewhere where people move on from because it's not enough pay. It's a really fun job. You get along with everyone, but it's not something that's going to set you up for life. So maybe being able to do something similar that I really enjoy, or I've always wanted to. Have you heard of Porth Pian down in St Austell?
Yeah. I used
Yeah,
to do
I've
a
always
school
wanted.
camp there once.
Yeah. So my dad used to work there. He probably worked there when your school went there,
Oh, wow.
and it was his favorite job ever. It's like it's outdoors, everything like that, and that's something I'd love doing. But like he said to me, you can't live on it. It's not enough money. They
No.
don't pay well enough, and it's summer hours type thing. So being
Yeah.
able to earn a good income, but still be able to work, a bit more of a fun job, meeting new people every day would be perfect for me.
Yeah. That definitely sounds like something I want to work towards because
Yeah,
I don't always just want to put all my heart and soul into building up a business, building up an enterprise. Like I want to live my life, I want to have some fun, meet
yeah,
people, do things I enjoy. So I'm thinking if I can sort of set myself up for the future, and then when I've got a bit of money coming in from whatever, I can then go and get myself a job as like a lifeguard or just do fun shit.
yeah.
Because I love where I live. And I love like the people and actually getting out and about.
Yeah,
It'd be nice to. I see where you're coming from. Definitely, maybe part of growing up in Cornwall.
yeah. I reckon it might be.
Yeah. So I guess it would be buying bit of your time back and also setting yourself up so you don't have to work summer jobs and not afford anything.
Yeah,
Mm. In- I know you said you tried or you had a look into drop shipping. You had friends that are doing it. Didn't really work for them.
yeah.
What do you think kind of went wrong for them?
I think they went into it a bit too fast without looking into it enough. They were quite impulsive, seeing everyone posting on TikTok and stuff like that, saying how easy it is. I reckon they just pushed themselves straight into it, put too much money into it straight away, and ended up losing it.
Mm. Mm. Did they try and do all of that like on their own, or did they like get help or?
I think one of them got help. He was in contact with someone that was doing it online that was making a lot of money, but it still never went well for him. And then the other person that did it just tried it on his own type of thing.
Mm, yeah. And you can do it all on your own. You can learn anything on your own. You can go and
Yeah.
fucking watch YouTube videos. But like, where do you go when you've got questions? Like, did they have anyone to ask?
I think it was more just ask around and see what they could find online,
Mm,
stuff like that. They didn't really have anyone that knew what they were doing to talk to about it because they never looked for it.
yeah, yeah. I guess that's what kind of separates you from those guys, and is you're actually reaching out, seeing if you can get help, and then doing
Yeah.
something. Yeah. And if you did have that help, then if you had someone there, like you say, showing you what to do, pointing you in the right direction, and then also people to do it with as well, so you can train, learn skills, and then
Yeah.
actually go out there, land a role, and earn commissions. Where would you want to take that, like 6 months from now?
Um, I don't think I actually know, to be fair. I don't know if that's something I can answer. I'm not someone that plans very often. I like to try my hardest and see what happens. And if it goes wrong, then I go back from square one and try my hardest with something else and see how it goes. I'm not one
Yeah.
to pre-plan myself. I don't do that very often. I just try as hard as I can. And like I did with the butchers, I tried as hard as I could. I was medically problemated, I guess you could say. And then
Hmm.
that went wrong. So whatever I do next, I would try my hardest in and hope that goes well.
Hmm. So that would be for you that like the next thing would be FIFO, as your plans
Yeah,
currently are. So
yeah.
what happens when you get to Australia and you're sort of grinding away at FIFO, trying hard at that? I mean, what's your exit plan?
My exit plan would be to spend as little as possible over. I'd probably do 2 years over in Australia for that, and then I'd maybe think of doing a third year, but just traveling and getting little jobs around Australia just to see it a little bit, instead
Yeah.
of being working all the time, and then to come home with a good amount of savings behind me, maybe put a deposit down on a house type of thing, something
Hmm.
that will I can rent out and build up money over time.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you sort of thought about this a little bit with like
Yeah,
longer term plans for Australia. Now,
yeah.
let's say 6 months time. Did you watch any of the testimonials on the homework page?
Was that the people that had actually done it?
Yeah, just various students within ABC and their story.
I started watching one of them, and then I had to go do my chores in the house, so I didn't get back to the other ones.
That's right. I was just gonna say, like, within a 6 month time frame, that's usually what it takes for people to actually kind of go through that transformation process of they're in whatever they're doing, trying to get out, learning the skills, and then actually getting away from the job.
Yeah,
So if you really wanted to, you could learn these skills and actually step away from FIFO within that time frame. I mean, would you consider that?
yeah, yeah, definitely,
Hmm.
100%.
Hmm. And then I guess you'd be able to actually travel around and explore because if you can work remotely, then you can choose where you go.
Yeah, which that would be amazing being able because I wouldn't just travel Australia if I could work remotely. I'd end up going all around Europe and then probably over to America in the long run as well.
Yeah, nice. Nice. Working remotely and traveling around, it's the fucking dream, right?
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
I've done that myself and I kind of felt like I couldn't really focus traveling
Right.
around because I'm like you're learning these skills and then you're trying to travel around and it's like so many distractions.
Yeah,
Like this kind of thing, you do kind of need to just put the time aside and commit to it so you actually
yeah,
like learn the skills as quick as you can. Because you could learn sales and marketing, you can push content out there. There's a couple different avenues you can go down, but you could definitely like replace your FIFO income within that time frame.
yeah.
And let's say you did do that, and then you're out of FIFO, you're kind of a bit more free. Where would you even want to take it from there?
To become better with the sales marketing, I reckon. See how far I can push myself, see how much, make goals of how much I can make in a month. And then when I hit that target, try my best to make more.
Mm, mm.
Just see how it goes and just keep making and making until I think I can calm down a little bit. I've made way more than I expected.
Yeah. Mm. How much would you expect to make? I mean, like, what's the ideal amount for you to be making?
A month.
Yeah, yeah, a month.
I mean, ideal amount for me at 18 with what I've been making recently, like 2.5 grand would be more than what I was making in the summer. So
Mm.
that would be good. That would be enough to pay for everything, plus a bit for savings. Like I don't want to turn around and say like 10K a month because that's not realistic getting started. Like maybe in the future that would be amazing, but like
Mm.
2.5, that would be a really comfortable amount.
Yeah, so that would pretty much just be how you're living at the moment. Same income, just getting more time for yourself and being remote.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then from there, I'd want to start earning a little bit more, treat my family, stuff like that.
Mm. Yeah, nice. And 10K a month, like in 6 months' time, is not an unrealistic goal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
Like,
not
you see
unrealistic
the
at all.
videos and stuff, and you think sometimes it looks a bit unrealistic. But I mean, if that's realistic, I'd definitely be trying.
I mean, I'm what am I, 4 months in. I haven't hit my first 10K month yet, but it's something I'm working towards, and I know what I got to
Yeah,
do to get there. And it really is not that hard. It's very simple. Just have to be committed, and you have to show up
yeah,
daily. That's the hardest part of it.
yeah,
But yeah, so I mean, 2,500 replacing your income at the moment wouldn't do a great deal. Like you'd still be saving the same amount. So
yeah.
if you had more coming in, like let's say, I don't know, doubling that, 5K, what would that do for you?
That would make it a lot easier. So, I'd be able to pay for everything I normally did, but I'd be able to put money down for saving for different things. Like all my savings at the moment are either going towards paying off my car to my parents or it's going towards the Australia fund. But if I had, if I was getting 5K a month, I'd be able to put it towards other things like, when I get older, getting a mortgage and stuff like that, all
Yeah.
that type of stuff. And then maybe a little bit towards, I don't know, a new car or something. I got a shitty little car just to get me around. Be nice to get a little upgrade or something at some point. So
Yeah.
just, I'd be able to put more into savings, which would be a big thing for me. I like to be able
Mm.
to look at my savings account and there'd be a good amount of money for each thing that I want to save for in there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'd have to splash out on myself a little bit more as well, treat
Yeah.
myself.
Pamper yourself. But the thing with more money is spending more.
Yeah,
Like you don't want to spend too much because you want
yeah,
to be smart with your money. I mean, you getting into FIFO work in Australia, you will probably be earning around 5,000 pounds.
yeah,
I was, although I got like 5 years of experience and I'm a surveyor, you can find various shift work, night shift bonuses and whatever, and
yeah,
you can get like 10,000 Australian dollars a month working
yeah,
FIFO. Don't have much life, but it's a good way to
yeah,
earn money.
yeah. So sometimes it's the way to go, not have a life for a little bit, just to earn the money to keep going.
Yeah, little bit of sacrifice here and there to help get us to where we want to go is like the big thing.
Yeah,
Mm.
which I'm
So
willing to do. I'm willing to sacrifice time and stuff like that to better my life and other people's lives around me. I don't mind doing that.
yeah, I mean, you mentioned family, like being able to help out family, like I mean, buy some things. I mean, is that something like quite important to you?
Yeah, so throughout like growing up, I got two older brothers. One of them's around your age, and he's a self-employed brickie. He's quite well off for his age, and he's always like really treated me well, bought me stuff. I got a PC up here. That's £1,000 that he just gave to me because
Oh wow.
he loves me. He wanted to be that older brother that helped out his little brother. I got two
Yeah.
younger brothers. I want to be able to not necessarily give them a grand each for Christmas, but to give them nice presents, not just you get a tenner, you get 20 quid to buy them
Yeah.
something that means something. So that would be
Mm.
quite nice. My parents have spent thousands of pounds on me traveling the world to fight. I'd like to be able to help pay that back, maybe send them on a holiday together or something like that.
Mm.
That'd be something amazing to do.
Yeah. I guess that's not really something that you're able to do at the moment then.
No, no, definitely not.
Mm.
Nowhere near enough money to do that just as yet. Like with the butchers, I was earning just over 300 quid a week, and then about 100 quid from the other job on the weekends. it wasn't that much income. And it's like £300 a month for rent. I got to pay at least 200 to my car each month, and then it's all
Mm.
the fuel from getting to work every day. 'Cause work wasn't close; it was out near Callington, and it all added up after a while.
Yeah. Mm. I guess if you're unable to sort of do those things that you want to do, I'd be able to
Yeah,
give back. I mean, how does that kind of make you feel that you can't really do that at the moment?
a little bit shitty to be fair.
Mm.
I feel like I'm not trying hard enough because I'm not able to do that.
Yeah. Hmm. I guess if it's like something that is important, why not do something sooner?
I didn't really know how to do anything sooner. Like, I'm always on the search for new jobs and stuff like that. I wasn't going to go to college. I was going to go straight into work, but I went through college to get more qualifications, and then ended up getting a qualification in something that's not really going to help me because of my asthma. So
Mm.
it kind of done me over a little bit. So it's finding something that I can, and basically finding somewhere that pays more than minimum wage. I've applied for everywhere, every different shop you can go to, everything. But there's so many people down in Cornwall, especially like around our age, that are looking for work. It
Yeah,
just all the spots get taken up so fast. That's why I was thinking Australia. There's a little bit more work out there for us. I know there's not loads, but there's more than Cornwall.
for sure. Yeah, that's definitely the case. Yeah. Yeah. So actually, you have tried your hardest, I guess, to put the feelers out there and find the right thing for you to do. It's just you haven't found that thing yet.
Yeah,
Mm. Mm. Would you say like could you actually see yourself getting into sales and marketing?
I reckon so. I don't know if I'd be any good on the whole posting side of things. I don't like putting myself in social media like that. I'm absolutely
Mm.
fine talking to people. Like, I love my customer service when I'm at work and stuff like that. I love meeting new people. I don't know how I'd feel about putting myself out there on an Instagram page or TikTok or YouTube or anything like that. It's never been something that's dragged towards me. I'd rather be on a call with someone and speak to them, or meet people in person and speak to them about stuff. That's the stuff that I'd rather do. I'm not one for social media like that.
Yeah. That's fair enough, man. Like, it is a scary thing. It is actually kind of daunting thinking, like, of putting yourself out there, filming yourself, doing this, doing that, looking like an idiot.
Yeah,
That is unfortunately where the most money is at, though,
yeah,
is
yeah. I
on the
did see it off
content
the
side,
video.
and like actually being able to scale. That's the easiest way to get to those about 10K weeks.
Yeah,
You got Marcel and another guy, Asher. These are a couple guys. They're aiming for 100 grand in a month. These guys have been doing it for like a year now. They've managed to like
yeah,
build up a team, so they've got people working with them to actually help them get there. But I mean, 100 grand in a month, like that's crazy.
yeah. That's absolutely unbelievable.
For you to say as well, like 10K seems unrealistic in 6 months. Those guys are doing it.
Yeah,
But yeah, I guess if content's not for you, then maybe it's not. But I would say don't shy away from it.
yeah,
Because it's very valuable to build your personal brand today's day and age. You got people that are moving away from their businesses, such as like Andrew Tate, for example. He's going like all in on his personal brand. All of these big people are going all in on their personal brand. It just
yeah.
brings more opportunities.
I
So
think maybe with going to like FIFA and stuff like that, and meeting loads of new people out in another country, it might boost that confidence a little bit more to just give it a go and maybe see how it goes. Post a little bit of content on something. I don't know, maybe even FIFO just to get started, since it's a bit of a hot topic at the moment, isn't it? And
mm,
then maybe think about moving over to the other side of content making to earn a
yeah,
bit more money.
mm. Yeah, it's
So I
something you
think I
can.
think maybe that, yeah, it's something I could do in the future.
mm, Yeah, it's not like an overnight thing either. You're not going to jump in straight away and be doing all of that. You have to learn everything to
Yeah,
start with.
yeah,
Mm. Do you want to hear what like the actual training would look like? I mean, I think would be a good opportunity for you.
yeah, yeah. Why not? Yes, please.
So I guess you're walking in as like a complete beginner.
Yeah,
It's pretty simple. Like it's not overwhelming. It's like three main things here, and that's training, like actually laying a foundation of knowledge, so understanding things, and then exercising that knowledge, having somewhere to practice. Like you go into karate, you got to practice. And
Yeah.
then once you've done enough training and you've done enough practice, you can then go and get yourself a fight and you can start winning competitions. Same thing
Yeah.
here. And the way that sort of is done, you're going to be obtaining knowledge by going through like a training portal. And this training portal is set up kind of like a Netflix series. You watch Netflix, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like season one is going to be like the basics. It's going to be building confidence, setting the ego aside, goals, motivation, basic stuff. And then it like builds up on top of that to season two, which is going to be more specific things like sales techniques, your tonality, cadence, like how you talk. And
Yeah.
then for marketing and content, it's going to be how to generate leads and what to do with those leads, how to actually convert them into cash. And then once you've sort of gone through and laid yourself a foundation of knowledge, you want to build everything else on top of this. This is when you've been building the walls. Now, the way we actually practice and the way we get better at this is by attending coaching calls with mentors, or like you say, people who actually know what they're doing, who can
Yeah.
point you in the right direction. So these guys are obviously trained professionals. They've been in same situation as yourself and myself, starting out from zero, building up from there. So they've gone through the dirt. They know what sort of problems you're going to encounter, so they can help you with everything. And like you go through the training videos, you're going to be left with loads of questions. I mean, do you think if I gave you a load of videos on how to fight, how to do karate, that you'd be good enough to go and do a fight?
Nah.
Yeah. Same thing here. Like we don't want to just give you some training videos or give you a course. Like, well, what about all the questions and how are you going to get better?
Yeah.
So that's where the coaching, the mentoring comes in. And it's well, no different to you having a coach for karate or sensei.
Yeah.
So it's not just mentors either. Like these are all like ran as a group call. So you're going to be surrounded with like a load of other people too, people 18 to 30 plus. And these are all similar people with similar goals, similar mindsets, like kind of feeling that there's more to life. You want to
Yeah.
work towards something, actually buy back some time for yourself and do important things. Like for you, actually going to train more, something you've
Yeah.
done for like your whole life. Like, it's
Yeah.
obviously something important. So you're going to be surrounded by these people. It's not just something you do on your own. I know you obviously do karate. Do you feel like being surrounded with the right people would help you?
Yeah. Yeah. Everything works better when the right people are around you. If you've got people that are either in the wrong mindset or don't know what they're doing, it just messes everything up. I worked that out through work and karate. Like it's all to do with everyone and their mindset. If you're with the right people with the right mindset, life is just so much easier.
Yeah, absolutely. Like surround yourself with five smokers and you're going to be the sixth.
Yeah,
If you surround yourself with five people that are aiming to do a 10K month, you're going to be the sixth. So,
yeah,
like you said, right people, right mindset, you're going to get there pretty quickly. So that's pretty much just the first part of the training. Now, this is going to be like 3 to 6 months. It really varies between people. It could be less, might take more,
yeah,
but around about that time frame. And you're really just going to be showing up every day, going through the training, doing role plays, attending these coaching calls, and getting better and better and better. So the coaching calls, there's 15 of these a week. So you get 15 hours of coaching, and these are broken down into a sales session, marketing session, a group role play session, and then there's also like a couple bonus sessions throughout the week, which is dedicated to appointment setting. So you get all of these calls. If you can't attend them, that's fine. They're all recorded, so you can catch up. I don't know, watch them on double speed. Write down any questions you've got and reach out to people.
yeah,
For you at the moment, you're in the UK, aren't you? So
yeah,
um, the times, I'll just whip them up. You've got 6 a.m. is a group role play session. So this is where you're going to be jumping on with other people and focusing on your sales. So do you know what a role play is?
Yeah, yeah,
You're just acting out different scenarios, asking different questions, practicing how you say it. And this is how we maintain like a good level. Just exactly the same as you showing up to karate, doing the same thing over and over again. You
yeah,
have to do that. And then obviously the appointment setting session is going to be role plays again, but this is going to be on Instagram. So you'll be taking screenshots of messages and then reviewing all of this. The whole thing is really just feedback based.
yeah,
Doing the work, getting feedback on the work, getting better. So it's pretty simple. It's nothing too crazy. Like you don't have to be Elon Musk to figure this shit out.
yeah, yeah,
It's not. There's not really like tons and tons of bright people in ABC. We're definitely like not special people at all. Well, maybe a bit
yeah.
special, but but yeah, that's like leading up to you landing yourself a role. Obviously, you're going to be learning this to actually go somewhere and do something.
Yeah.
So at the moment, do you know how you'd even find one of these roles?
No, no,
It's
no.
kind of, well, you just have a look for these jobs, but you need to know where to look online. So you could be going on Seek, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. And we'll actually show you like how to stand out so you
Yeah,
can land yourself this role. You get a certificate as well at like the end of the training to say you have been trained up. And then this is, yeah, going to help you land that role. Now,
yeah.
the three keys from the workshop video, which one did you kind of see yourself doing?
Number two.
The closing side of things.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, so there are potential roles within ABC for closing, for appointment setting, and you could also be an affiliate for ABC. But you have to show that you're hungry for that. You have to put in the work, and you have to, well, earn it.
yeah,
So it's not there for everyone, but there is opportunity within ABC. So it's like kind of like your first sort of stepping stone. Learn the skills, and then go out there, branch off. You
yeah,
could get into real estate, you could get into whatever. So many different avenues you can go down. But that's pretty much like a 3 to 6 month plan where it would get you from complete beginner, lay the foundation, build the walls, and then put a roof on top so you can actually earn £2,500, £5,000. And if you wanted to, scale.
yeah.
Well, you did say that you would be interested in seeing where you could take it. So at the moment, let's say that you got yourself a role. Would you know how to like scale that and make more?
No, no, I'm completely new to all this.
Hmm.
I reckon it'd just be branch out more, would it not?
It's yes and no. It really depends where you're going to take this. Like, if you want to go fully on closing or if you wanted to get into the content, it depends. But really, what we'd be doing to help scale things is show you what systems you need to put in place, show you how to make tweaks here and there so you can scale. It's really just sort of managing your information, managing data, and knowing what the hell's going on.
Yeah,
Like management, pretty much. It's like how to stay organized, how to schedule things, how to keep on top of it all, and stay consistent.
yeah,
But these are all things that are sort of really, really small things that are built up over time. But that's pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much what the plan would look like. And do
yeah.
you see that as something you could do?
I definitely think I could give it a go.
Mm.
I reckon I'll be able to make my way through it as well. It wouldn't be something. It'd be something very new to me, but I mean, everything's new in life, isn't it? You just got to try for it.
Yeah, that's it.
But
It's
and
it's
I like feedback and everything like that. So hearing that the calls and stuff are mostly based on feedback, I like to have feedback with stuff that I'm working on. It's the best
mm,
way that I improve is being told like, what I've done wrong, how I could do it better. I
yeah.
like to hear all that type of stuff.
Mm. But you'd also be giving feedback as well. It's not just limited to the mentors. Like, yeah, let's say you have no idea to start with, but maybe a month in, you pick things up. You can give feedback.
Yeah,
But we use a like an online education platform called School. Have you heard of that?
right. I think I might have heard of it. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a you might have seen ads with like Alex Hormozy, but it's kind of like a Facebook where you've got like a news feed. That's where all the people are. Like you can see all different posts. you've got messages, and then you've got the training portal that I mentioned. So everything's all in one place. And then whenever you see someone's role play, give feedback. They'll give feedback to you. And this is like a 24/7 thing as well. So people all over the world,
Yeah.
660 members at the moment. So reach out to one of those guys, make friends.
Yeah.
And it's not just like a Facebook group or just a community like that. It's quite a tight network.
Yeah.
And you've got people that are moving in together, like living together. We've got a few people in Bali. Um, there's a girl called Nat, a girl called Liv. They moved in together. One's from America, one's Australian. So it's really the right people
Yeah.
and not doing everything on your own.
Yeah. Which is
But
sometimes a way to go.
mm, I mean, if that sounds like something you can see yourself doing, obviously you'd have to put time aside for it. Do you think you could make the time commitment to it?
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. How many hours per day would you say?
What to put into this?
Yeah,
How many do you reckon is a good amount of hours to put in?
it depends how quickly you want to see results. If you want quick results, I don't know, put in like 8 hours a day. But if you've
Yeah.
only got a couple hours a day, that's also fine.
I reckon I could probably hit like 4 hours a day, maybe five.
Mm. It's what
You
I
know,
say, it's
use
a 3 to 6 month plan.
yeah. Yeah,
Mm.
I could probably put in 4.5, 5 hours a day.
Yeah. And I just that would be leading up to like when you actually go to Australia. What would the plan be then? Would you still commit to it?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, definitely. I'll have more free time to be able to do that. I'm not going to go straight into FIFO. And if it means that I hold FIFO off to complete the training, that's something that I would do.
Yeah, okay. Mm. It's- I think it would actually be quite good if you're jumping into Australia, like you got no one there. We do meetups as well, like in the Gold Coast, Perth. People meet up everywhere. You could
Yeah,
actually like physically meet these people. I mean, I'm going to be back
yeah,
out
that'd
in
be good.
Australia in January, and I'll be in Sydney. I might even catch up with
Yeah, that's why I'm going, to be fair. First place I'm going, Sydney.
you. Yeah, it's busy,
Yeah, I've heard. I have heard.
but that's it'd be a good experience for you, man. But
Yeah.
yeah, I guess if that's something you can see yourself doing, do you see any of that maybe not working out?
No, not at the moment. I don't see any problems within it.
Hmm. Like hypothetically, if something, I don't know, was to hold you back, do you think there might be anything?
No, unless it's, like a family problem here at home. I don't think there is anything that could hold me back. Got no
Hmm.
girlfriend anymore. I don't go out very often. I've not really got too much to worry about other than family.
Yeah,
So I don't really think anything could hold me back unless for whatever reason all my savings disappeared. I'll be
yeah.
going and I'll be doing everything that I want to.
Hmm. I mean, if you've done karate for 12, 13 years, like what can hold you back? It's a
Yeah,
long
exactly.
time. You've been around
Yeah,
the world fighting, so I'm pretty sure if you apply that same mindset to learning these skills online, it would work out for you for sure.
yeah,
And what I've laid out really is a blueprint for success. Like
yeah,
follow the blueprint, show up, do the work, it will work for you. The only reason it wouldn't, you don't show up.
yeah,
So, I mean, it's not like a get rich quick scheme or anything like that. You have to train, put in the work, see the results.
yeah.
Pretty,
Best way to do
pretty
it.
simple. But yeah. Oh, I guess if you do want to do this, man, I'm happy to talk about like the price of it, what it's actually cost, because
Yeah,
there is investment for this.
yeah,
And
yeah,
at the moment, you say you've been managing to save a bit aside towards like
yeah.
Australia and a few things, but have you managed to put much aside to actually like invest in yourself?
No, not really.
Mm.
No, it's pretty much everything's going to paying whatever bills I got to pay, and then the rest of it ends up just going in Australia.
Yeah. So at the moment, then, would you say you're actually in a position to invest in yourself?
Um, I don't know if I could say, to be fair. How much would it be? Should we
So
talk prices and then I'll see if I'm in the position afterwards?
yeah, so the fixed price is in US dollars, and it is 6,000 US dollars, which is
Yeah,
about £4,600.
yeah,
Now that's for like yearly access, so 12 months, go through the training, learn the skills, and these two skills are like life skills. It's not just how to set up a dropshipping store.
yeah,
It's communication. You're going to build your confidence, and these are skills that you're going to take with you until you die.
yeah,
So that's the cost of it or the price of it there. Um, it really depends what's kind of going on for you at the moment, like financially, because I wouldn't want to put you in a position where you can't go to Australia.
yeah.
So
I reckon it might be that I'd have to go to Australia first, get settled, and then when I'm settled and I've got a place that I'm renting or somewhere to stay, it's I could do it. But until
mm,
I've got there, it's just if I go to Australia and can't find anywhere to stay, struggling for work, and I'm spending a lot more, I
mm,
reckon that's when I'll get thrown in the hole type of thing. But
yeah.
when I'm there and settled, I don't see that being a problem.
Mm, mm. I guess it's kind of a little bit like volatile for you at the moment, like taking big steps and then also having to commit to
Yeah,
something, and
yeah,
you don't want to be missing like rent or anything like that.
yeah, definitely.
So definitely see where you're coming from there. There's ways around this. Like if you really wanted to get started right away and you feel like you haven't got any time to waste, then the ways you can go about that is actually, well, first off, asking family if they can help
Yeah,
you out. If they can't, then there is options to go to lenders and actually get them to give you access to the funds. You can then pay that off over 24, 36, whatever months.
yeah,
So it would help you to get started quicker. It just depends when you want to do this.
yeah, yeah. I reckon I could start off with family and see what they say. I reckon some of them might bite to it a little bit and
Hmm.
see what they say about that. And then if it came to it, speaking to lenders could be an idea.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think your family was like views are on you doing this?
I don't see them having a problem in it, to be fair. Um, it's not something my side of the family would really get into because they've never really been into that type of stuff. But like my dad's older brother, my uncle, like he's into that. He's all online. He does a little bit of sales marketing, but he's more on something else at the moment. I can't remember what he does, but I reckon he'd bite to it a little bit. And then my granddad, I don't see him having a problem with that. He's always looking for people to earn more money, so it might be something that he's interested in it.
Yeah, it's like an opportunity to better yourself,
Yeah,
to
exactly.
set yourself up. It just some people just don't really see this. They don't understand what it is, how it works.
Yeah,
Like you're doing a job. Like this isn't like I'm escaping work. It's like it's just
yeah,
working online.
yeah,
So no, I guess speak to your family, see what their thoughts are, if they are able to help you out. But yeah, if not, then we can always look into other options. It's got to be the right thing for you to do. Don't
yeah,
be scared to actually like jump, which I'm sure you're not, but
yeah,
also make sure it is the right decision.
yeah, yeah. Well,
So
I'll have a little talk over the next week or so with family,
yeah.
get in contact with them about it, and see what happens.
Mm. Uh, How much do you think you could chuck aside each month to actually put towards this?
My current position, um, probably like 200, 250 a month at the
Hmm.
moment.
Yeah, okay. Just trying to think. If family can help you out, sure. But if you need to go to a lender, then I'm pretty sure they would be able to do something for like 200, £250 a month.
Yeah,
Right. And that would also like because you're 18, right?
yeah,
You may be eligible, you may not be. Now, if you do actually get accepted or approved for a loan, this is actually like a good way for you to build up history with lending.
Yeah.
I know in school we don't get taught any financial literacy or anything.
Yeah.
So when we come out of school, we're like, what do I do? How do I build up my credit? Shit like that. That's a good way. You could do finance on a car, also a good way. But where's it getting you other than A to B?
Yeah.
So yeah, just a few things for you to think about there. I guess I've
Yeah.
kind of dumped a shitload of information on you. So if you've got like any questions, just fire away.
Yeah. I think for a minute, I'm quite happy with what I've heard. And then I'll definitely go speak to some family, see what they have to say about it. Hopefully I'll be
Hmm.
able to come back with some good news about it. And then if not, maybe start getting in contact with some lenders and see what happens there, see if I'm eligible, have a look into
Yeah,
it.
fair play. I'm just gonna quickly show you what it is that we use. The platform I was on about school.
Yeah.
Let's just share my screen. So can you see this? Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is school, like a news feed, people putting up role plays, people giving like feedback and whatnot. Here's where you go and do all the training. So it's like sales. And these are like all of the modules with
Right.
videos in each one. So like I was saying, like a Netflix series, it's really season one, season two. And then once you've learned a little bit, you actually get to understand how it's put into practice. So if you
Yeah.
want to get into closing, you need to do your role plays, and then you also need to listen to real calls. And these are like a $25,000 real estate program where someone's made that sale over the phone, so you understand how they've put everything into place.
Yeah.
And yeah, with like content as well, it's really just how to do content. And
Yeah.
literally everything you could possibly think of is broken down.
Yeah. It looks good.
And then, yeah, you got all of the meetings and all the group sessions. You just access all of that there. But,
Yeah. It's banging.
but yeah, no, it's good to meet you, man. And
Yeah. You too.
yeah, surprised, really surprised. Fucking down the road, of all the places in the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah. Literally, there's a whole world and it's 20 minutes away.
Yeah, yeah. So that was just from you seeing FIFO Instagram reels.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it is a small world. Like in the West, anyway.
Definitely.
Obviously, don't know any people from Asia, but
Yeah.
yeah. Well. I guess that's pretty much the call, man. If you
Yeah.
need anything, just ask me questions, reach out, whatever. Um, but yeah, I guess I'll just wait until you sort of run things through your head and see where we go from there.
Perfect.
And if you are in Australia, in Sydney or whatever, and you wanted to catch up, have a fucking beer or some shit, I'm keen.
I'm so
So
keen.
when are you going to Australia? Like it's February, but what day?
Yeah. I'm looking, the flight that I was just looking at booking a minute ago was the 15th. I preferably want to be at like the start of Feb, but some of the flights are cheaper midway through Feb. So it's hopefully not the end of Feb. I'm trying to get the first half of Feb to fly out there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm preferred. I think I'll be booking within the next week or two, to be fair,
Hmm.
just to get it sorted, and then I'll sort out my visa before the end of the year, and then get out there in Feb.
Yeah, nice. Nice. And you're staying in Sydney for a few months or?
Yeah, I'm gonna to Sydney to go for a few months, just see what it's like. I might pop down to Melbourne, have a little look, and
Yeah.
then I have seen a lot of things about people, traveling around the outside of Australia, like in convoys of vans and stuff like that. So I might give that a go before I go into FIFO. I'm not 100% sure. Just got to see what happens.
Yeah, sick. I've done a few little road trips, like Brisbane to Adelaide, fucking Central Australia. I've driven loads of places. And if you wanted to do like a road trip, there's a real cheap way you can actually do this. Now,
Right,
there's a company or a website called iMover. And what they do on there is they're like an agency where they'll put listings for relocation camper vans and cars. to be
Right.
driven from Brisbane to Sydney, Sydney to Cairns, wherever. So if you
Right.
wanted
And
to
you
do a
said,
road trip,
let's get this computer on. Oh, yeah, I put that one in the computer when it actually wants to turn on. Just because that sounds well good.
and doesn't cost you anything to hire the vehicle,
Yeah.
you just get given a fuel allowance of like, I don't know, a couple $100 and a couple thousand Ks.
Right.
So you are limited a little bit, but it definitely is a quick, cheap, easy way to go from A to B.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I found it. I'll keep that open and I'll be having a look at that one then. That's well cool.
Yeah, it's a little life hack for you.
Thank you very much.
No worries. And yeah, I'll be having my surgery because I've got to have my foot cut open again in mid-February. So I might be a spastic. Did you hear me? Hello?
I've been crippled for about a year in total. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I did
Fuck.
hear that. It just took a while to like back it up.
Yeah, you said you've been crippled for a year.
You still there?
Yeah, I think we're
Yeah,
back.
yeah. So when I turned 16, I got a motorbike. And then when I day after my 16th, I got called to the hospital and they told me I needed surgery. So I had surgery on my leg and they put metal in there. I was crippled for like 6 to 8 months. And then this year in May, I had another surgery. They took the metal back out and I was crippled for a few months over the start of summer of my 18th birthday. So
Mm.
yeah, yeah, I know what it's like to be a cripple. It ain't great. Not great at all.
Yeah, looking forward to it. It's going to be
Yeah,
not as bad as the first time, but still going to be pretty bad not being able to walk around and shit.
yeah,
Just like can't do
yeah.
naughty
Crutches are
shit.
the worst thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, man, that's a little golden nugget for you there, iMover. There's also
Thank
another
you.
one called transfer cars, but have a look into
Trans
it.
transfer card. Thank you. There we go. Thank you very much.
No worries. I just know when I was going out there, I had no idea about anything. Literally, like I didn't
No,
even
that's
plan
what I was
anything.
planning on doing. No, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna go find a hostel and then move from there.
See what happens. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, see who I meet, see what happens, see what opportunities I get, and then if it ain't looking too good, just try my best to get into FIFO.
Mm. It'll be the best thing you decided to do.
Yeah,
You'll love it
definitely.
there. Maybe not the
Yeah, it's
heat,
gonna be
but
better than now. The heat I'm gonna struggle with, especially being ginger. But I have to get used to it at some point when I.
yeah, it's fucking sweaty. It is sweaty,
Yeah, I bet. Well, I
but
went when I was younger, but we went to Perth. And we went in their winter. So
mm,
I mean, it was hot for us, really hot, but it wasn't bad.
yeah,
So I'm just gonna have to see how it goes. See if I start
yeah.
dying or not when I get out there.
I don't know. You wait for those 40-degree days.
I'll be inside all day.
Chuck the air conditioning on, relax.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, man, I won't hold you for any longer. So you got to go and pick up your brother. So I'll leave you to it.
Thank you very much.
No worries. I'll like add your Instagram or something.
Yeah, do you want it
Did you
now?
put it on your application? It
Yeah, I'll
says
put it on my application.
in it like Ginger Finn or something like that.
Yeah, so it should be Ginger Finn 2.0.
There you go. Oh, that is my personal. Um,
Perfect.
I got another account as well, just for professional shit. A personal brand page.
Fair enough.
I post a little bit of content, but it's the commitment, man. It's showing
Yeah,
up every
just
day
got
and
to
doing
commit. Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's
See how it goes. Hopefully, with my family or something, we'll come back saying yeah, and then we'll move from there.
Yeah, easy, bro. Well, I'll
Sounds
leave you
good.
to it and
Thank you very
enjoy your
much.
evening.
Yeah, you too.
No worries, bro. I will see you around.
Cheers.